Like we're gonna start, like we're gonna work with some important concepts today. Like we're gonna complete the entire scale of what may I say, the EC2, like the elastic compute flow. Okay, and in the last class we learned a lot about like a little basics about it, and this time we're gonna have some pure hands-on with EC2. Like we're gonna work with some CLI scripts today, and we're gonna go inside, right? Fine. So let's start with the basics. Let's start with the class today. And did everyone like has anyone got your account or what can you say? Haven't you created your account or not?
No, not yet, Raghul.
Not it, not it.
I've
Okay.
got a read-only access.
But I'm asking you to create a new account, right? But you haven't done it. So,
No.
okay, no issues. Please do it ASAP, but because today we're gonna start with our CLI, and I'll also bring you how to work with CLI and all the stuffs what we have right now, and then we'll go much deeper into today. Like we're gonna work with SSH right now, and SSH is also very important stuff you need to know. Then we'll be creating a new EC2 instance with all those things. Like we're gonna work with security groups, and the last class itself we worked with security groups, but this time we're going to work much deeper into the security groups as well. Fine. Let's start with the basic hands-on right now. Okay. So let me share my screen. Can you able to see my screen? Yes, it does, right?
Yes.
Okay. So today what we're gonna do, right? I'm gonna work with like in the last class we talked about IAM. We started with the basic interest talk about what is cloud, and we migrated from cloud to AWS, which is Amazon Web Services. Then we talked about the three different types of cloud, which is called as public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. And you also said some answers behind it, and we were just discussing about it. Then we moved into the different types of services which was provided by the cloud, which is all about the infrastructure as a service, which has been abbreviated as IaaS, and platform as a service, which has been abbreviated as PaaS, and software as a service, which has been abbreviated as SaaS. So, moreover, since you're from an IT background, you might know about what SaaS product is all about, and like it's a product which was developed through cloud and where you can able to use it as a software in many industries as well, right? So and we moved into one of the important paradigm, which is called as AWS Global Infrastructure. We talked about like what is regions, what is availability zones, and what is like we talked a lot about that. Then we moved into the one of the important thing called as SR, which is the shared responsibility model. We talked about what is the security should be provided by us, by the user to the cloud, and what is the security you need to what may I say uh, you need to provide to the cloud, and what AWS is going to provide to us. This is going to be the shared responsibility model at each and every time you need to work on it. And in the last class, we also started with creating some IAM thing, right? We started to talk about IAM users and IAM things also as well. So this today, what I'm gonna do something, but in the last class we learned about working with the AWS management console, right? We purely dependent upon working with AWS management console, and we started to create IAM users and logged into the IAM user, and we started to change the policy structure, etc. stuff, all those things. So today we're gonna do something, but we're gonna work with the CLI. So as you know that, right? That's very important stuff. The AWS, you can able to access the AWS cloud in three different ways. One thing, using management console, what we are actually doing did in the last class. Second thing is all about using command line interface. Using the command line interface provided by the AWS, you can able to use it and you can able to interact with the cloud. Third thing, using SDK, which is a software development kit. Each and every programming languages has separate software development kit, which can be used it can be used as a programming language, and where you can able to use that SDK to what can I say interact with the code. With the most popular one is the Boto 3, which was provided by Python, right? So today, what I'm going to do something, but I've already like what can I say? I've installed AWS CLI in my system, but I'll show you. Go ahead with the Google and start searching AWS CLI install. you'll be redirected to the first thing, like install or update the latest version of the AWS CLI. Click that one, and you can able to see for different types of operating systems your CLI should be installed, whether it is going to be Linux, but it's going to be, but because Linux you don't have any kind of things, you need to use your what can I say command to do it using the sudo command. And Mac OS, I'm not the fond of Mac OS, and Windows, right? We are going to do with the Windows right now. And guys, like I'll be switching to Windows and Linux as what can I say as needed for it. But because when I'm working with some of the bash scripts, I won't work with what can I say the Windows. Why? Because it does takes much time. But instead, I'll work with Linux for that. Why? Because for easiest integration for you. But also say you how to work with Windows too, so you can try it out. So just go ahead for the particular operating system you're working, and I'm in Windows, and I'm gonna use this command. Like I'm gonna use this link. You can use this link to install the AWS CLI MSI installer. I've already installed it. I do have it in my system. So I already have my AWS CLI V2. Just double click it, and what can I say? You can use it. You use it to install your like install your AWS CLI. Now let's work with the thing. You can either use the command prompt or either use Windows PowerShell. I'm going to use Windows PowerShell for you to make sure to work with some uh, bigger thing. Right. Fine. So now I'm in my C user style, and let's check whether the AWS. So once after the process is done, after clicking the downloading button and make sure to install it, and we also install the what can I say exe file what you've already downloaded, you will be make sure to use your AWS CLI. Let's start with our first command to make sure to work with it, like just a basic command. Let's say I'm going to check the version of it. So AWS space hyphen hyphen version. It provides me that AWS CLI 2.5.11 Python, and it's in Windows, it's in AXE and END64 prompt and all. So this command, it gives you if you type this command, and if the PowerShell or the command prompt gives the output like this, then you can able to assure you that you have downloaded the AWS CLI perfectly, right? You have downloaded the AWS CLI perfectly. Now, so far so good, right? Is there any doubts like to download how to download your AWS CLI stuffs, a kind of that?
No, no. Clear.
Okay. Okay. Let's get into how to integrate, like how to connect our command line interface with the AWS cloud, the account what we are working on. Okay. So I'm not going to show you the entire thing, but I'll show you the steps. Why? Because I've already done it. I'm going to show you the steps what I'm going to do it, right? So go for this is my root account, not my IAM account. This is my root account. You can go for the security, go and share, click the account name over here. You can able to see a list of options available. Go for the security credentials. Why? Because it's a very, very important thing that what you are supposed to do is that whenever you are taking, like whenever you are accessing your account, rather than the AWS management console, you are supposed to have your what can I say access key and secret access key ID. That is very, very, very important. So how can you create your access key and secret access key is nothing but go down. Like I already created a new access key. You can just create an access key over here, and it will ask you some permissions. I understand creating it. So just click it and you can create access key. And next step, you can retrieve the access key. Make sure that it is a very important stuff is that you can able to see the access key every time, but you can't able to see the create like the secret access key ID after you exit this window. So please make sure to download the CSV file which was given already by the management console for you, so that you can able to use it. What can I say? Repeatedly. Okay, you can able to use it repeatedly. So right now I'm going to show you the secret access key, but I'm not gonna. I'll change the secret access key after a while, so that for to what can I say protect my account. So let's check. So first, now I already have the access key in my hand. So what I'm gonna do is a thing, but I'm gonna go to my access key things. So yes, this is my access key. You can able to see like an access key will be generated for you. A secret access key will also be generated in this particular point, right? Okay, so now let's configure it. I'm going to configure it. I'm going to protect my account too, and where I will also delete this secret access key after this thing. So let's configure it. The command is to configure is AWS configure. When when you touch this, you will be asked to what can I say? You'll be the command line interface will be asking you the AWS access key ID. So what I'm going to do something with, copy this AWS secret access key ID, and paste it over here, right? And what is going to be the secret access key? The secret access key is this one, and copy this, and you can paste it over here. Now, default region name, I'm not going to have any, I'm not going to specify the region name here. I'm going to just press enter. And what is the default output format? That is not going to be the major thing. You can press enter. Now, my AWS CLI has been configured with the root account. Very much specifying it, it has been configured with the root account. So now what I'm going to do, let's start running some simple commands to make sure that how it works. So since we do like inside the root account, we do have in the last class, we created two IAM users. Am I right? Let me check. Let me go for the users. I do have two IAM users. One is CDP demo, another one is demo person. Okay, CDP demo and demo person. So let's check whether it is being like when I say when I type a command in CLI, it provides us the output or not. The command is AWS IAM list hyphen users. Okay, AWS IAM list hyphen users. When you click enter, it just takes some time to configure it, and it will try to give you the output. Let's wait. Yes. So now we can able to see it provides its list all the IAM users available inside my account. First thing, the CDP demo, what I have created in the last class. Second thing is the demo person, and this is going to be the user ID and the ARN. And in the last class, it was 14.1, right? We created like it's a create dated, and the password is also used at the last time only. So it provides all the information what you needed for it, right? So this is how you can able to, what can I say, configure your AWS account using your command line interface, and you can execute some of the commands which has been noted. But I'm just showing you some basic commands to list some users right now, and so that now we can able to see the what can I say, the AWS CLI has been configured. Now, what I'm going to do is a thing where I'm going to work with the IAM thing, right? Let's use it. I'm going to have a demo, like I'll take the demo person. Demo person is one of the thing. And what I'm going to do something when I'm going to create an access key for this demo person, fine? So for using command line interface, and I understand like I just click the confirmation for using the command line interface. I'm clicking. Let's click next. And this is not the needed one. Let's go for the access key. Now an access key has been generated for the demo person IAM user. Please make sure that it has been created for demo person IAM user. I'm going to download the CSV file. Okay. So it's demo person access keys. I'm going to store it, but because if I'm not now let's configure one more time our thing. Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I think let's start working. Like I'm going to configure one more time. So it will ask us for the access key ID one more time, and you can able to see the last access key ID what we have passed has been already hidden. Let's check. I'm going to take the same access key ID what I have. I'm going to have the access key. I'm going to paste it. And what is the secret access key? I'm going to paste the secret access key. Done. I will do. Yeah, so now it is being configured. Let's start doing it. AWS IAM list hyphen users. Let's see whether it can able to list the users or not. Yes, it does. Okay. Why? Because now in the last thing, we have configured our AWS CLI using a root account. Root account has all the management access, like it has all the entire access towards the account. Now, secondly, right now I've just used the demo person as an IAM user. Now you can check the IAM user demo person. What we have done is that a demo person is present inside the group called as CDP, and it has the access called as IAM read only access. So it has a policy which has been attached to the group in such a way that it has only IAM read only access. That's why when we use the command called as AWS IAM list users, so we are just reading the content. What are all the users are present inside the AWS account, it can able to retrieve it. Okay, let us do one more thing, right? What I'm going to do is something. Well, let us remove the permissions which has been attached to it. Okay, I'm going to remove this permission which has been attached to the particular user. Now, see, demo person, it does not belong to any other group. It is a simple IAM user without any policies, right? Now, I'm inside the same configuration which was listed by the listed for the demo person. Now, let's try to execute the same command. It's an error occurred. Why? Because through this IAM user, I can't able to access the IAM resources. Why? Because there is no policy attached for this IAM user. Clear up to this? Guys, clear up to this?
Yes.
Is it okay? Like, is there any doubts you have? You can ask me. Why? Because this and also in CLI commands, we are working on it. When once we go inside much deeper, we need to learn a lot, right? That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
Fine, fine, fine. Okay, thank you then. All right. So far so go. We have worked with this IAM thing. Like we worked with some CLI part. Now, what we're gonna do, I think, but in the last class we created an what can I say, an EC2 instances. Am I right? Let's go ahead and create one more EC2 instances, but this time I'm gonna work with something. Okay. This is an EC2 instances what I'm working on. Let me create a new one. I'm not gonna work on some other already created. Why? Because yesterday I've worked with some stuff yesterday. So I'm not going to do the same thing. Let me terminate. I don't have any thing right now. It's in North Virginia. I do have it. Okay, so it's still stopped. What I'm going to do is something, but let's me take it and I'm going to terminate it. Let me terminate the instance. Yes, I do. Okay, let's have it's shutting down. Let's launch a new instance. Okay, so demo CDP. And with the same configurations, what we have done in the last class, we're going to choose the same AMI. We are going to talk about AMI in the tomorrow's class, how to, what is actually the AMI is. So Amazon Linux 2023 AMI is a free-tier eligible, which was provided. Architecture 64-bit architecture, and instance type is T2.micro is an free-tier eligible instance type. And instead of having a CDP demo, okay, let's create a new key pair. Okay, let's create a new key pair. It's an RSA and demo key pair, or I'll work with some name like EC2 demo pair, right? And it's a PEM key. The very important thing, it's a PEM key. And let's create a key pair. Okay, let's create a key pair, and it is automatically gets downloaded. Yes, it is. I'm gonna put it inside my downloads folder, and I'm going to create a security group with HTTP traffic and other stuff I need to have in what can I say, and user data. I'll take my user data what I have right now. Yes, so I do have the same user data. It's a bash script file. It's a bash script file, and let me launch the instances. So it takes some time to launch your instances. And yes, it has been initiated. Let's go for the main console. Let's see what is the status of the EC2 instances. Let me reload it. Yes, so the demo CDP is being in the pending state. Let it be in the pending state. Okay, so let's go ahead with some stuff. Then we'll be seeing how to access this doing the SSH. So far, so good. Yes. So it's running in the state. Let me put it in the stop one. I'm going to stop this instances for a while. Once we get into the particular point of view, how to work with the SSH command, I'll be showing you this thing. Fine. Okay. So so far so good. We talked a lot about like using CLI in our thing. Like, do you have any concerns about how to work with CLI? But because have you already know about CLI working in any kind of stuff you already work with it and etc. stuff like that? You did it?
Yes,
Hello.
we
Yeah,
worked on the
Raghul.
Cisco device on the CLI.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm asking. Have you already worked in kind of stuff like that so that it might be useful for us to work on it?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
mainly we work on the CLI only.
Yes, yes, yes. Moreover, we'll try to use only some bash scripts over here in our what may say entire series of learning. But because why it shows to a bash script is that bash script will be much more easy for you. Because in tomorrow's class we are working with some POCs, right? We are going to create an EC2 instances with the bash script, and we're going to attach an EBS volume using the bash script. Okay, so I thought to use a bash script plus the thing like which is nothing but the Python Boto 3 SDK. But since people you're new to programming stuff, I don't want to use that much. And we'll see how it works. So is it okay to work with only with the basket for you?
Yeah, fine, Raghul. And Raghul, just wanted to ask you, this batch script is available on the AWS side, right?
Mhm.
The templates.
Some of the templates will be available, but you need to know how it works, right? You need to define the region correctly and all the stuff to be maintained properly, right? Why? Because then you need to know about it.
Yeah.
Yes. If you have any things to be concerned, what about that? I don't know. Last.
We are starting the EC2, right? Raghul, just wanted to understand about the VPC and the direct connect. Is it going to be covered later on, or how is it?
Yes, it's going to be covered later on. Why? Because now I start with BPC, then you like people won't understand much. Like, that's why I haven't started BPC right now. So
Okay.
why? Because BPC is going to be the section you need to learn a lot in solution architect.
Yes.
Okay, that's why I like let's go one by one with the basic stuff. Then we'll be matching with the other stuff clearly. Right? Fine. So let's start with the some theoretical concepts. Then we'll get into the SSH part.